Ah. Test everything, just make sure it's all working. Doesn't always. So far, so good. This one feels like a tri-colored card. Oh, that was a mud card. Works. What we wanted. And we're on. Excellent. Hello everyone, I'm Dentral. It is Monday, September 7th? Yep, September 7th, 2015. We're still playing Final Fantasy XI Online. Getting some fish traded in here. Only 40, nothing great. Not diving into the moat cart quest like I was on other jobs. Cool. A little bit of extra run speed here. Gonna sell off the extra. Alright, a little bit of gil. So, Friday. Trying to remember where we were. We were doing the Griffin's quest. Yeah, remember that much. And we were trekking. I think Examil was headed on his way to Ugat Grotto. I'm vaguely. We're headed there to save him, I suppose. That's right, we zoned into Ghost Outpost for a cutscene where Zogbog was overseeing some new weapon. And even though he had smaller army, I could have easily taken out Excamil. He's like, no, 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 no. Let's get the big weapon ready before it's ready, because it's kind of like Naruto in that aspect. Could have taken a chocobo. It would have been a little bit faster, but not that much faster. Nope. We want quest, current, Crystal War, Face of the Future. I think that's what it was called. Your latest encounter with Zogbog has led you to being hurled through time. No sooner had you awakened in present-day Vanadil than Iron Ram engineer Bostalet appeared to entreat your aid. Make your way to base camp in Jugner Forest if you would know more. Already been to base camp. We were watching Excamil the Elder from present day. He was training his younger self and how to be a better soldier, or let go of his fear or uncertainty. I'm thinking it's uncertainty. And they were practicing on sports. Just were worried there would be any shot of a anticipation was a turn on, but it let me down. 1100 points of damage from a regular attack. Not bad. Guy probably had defense of tissue paper, but Yay, 22 gil. Like 2 more. Okay, so we're going to go to, you got Grotto, looks like G9, and click the scrape mark for a cut. Two, just upward. There we go. No music in this zone. Thankfully he's up yet. Oh, another minute 20. Not that the zone that you got Grotto is that far away. It really is. I think if I got anything accomplished over the weekend worth talking about. Nothing major. I think I was focusing mostly on sparks. Got enough sparks for the Chapter 9 upgrade. Now I just need some more Chapter 4s. I can start working on my thief pants. I also need to get the Relic -1 piece. Get started on. Alright, so we are headed to G9. We're at D9 now, so E9. Correctly, 9 will be a little bit north, so it's probably going to be in this stuff. When I see the little sparklies for the mining nodes, I have to hold myself back. I know there's possibility of gold ore in here, but more times than not, you're going to get a pebble or a broken pickaxe. Sometimes both. Alright, here's D9. Sure it's not behind me. No. Alright. Great mark. Okay. On the other side. Just to be sure. Okay. There's a notorious monster in this room sometimes. I don't camp him, I just take advantage if he's up. So it should be a cutscene. Be a cutscene. Finally gets around to loading. Show yourself, Zogbog. I've come to retrieve Rahul. You will return him to me this instant. Fum. I smell the blood of a young Elvon. No skulking about the shadows today, Zogbog. Highly unusual for a habitual coward such as you. Ah! Spare me the mockery. The predator has no need to cower from prey. Feast your eyes upon the unequaled majesty of my minions. What are those monstrosities? They are the Fangmonger Stone Legion, the juggernaut that shall run rampant over all of Enadil. Into the past I shall send them to wrest power from the weakened grips of men and beastmen both, as they wage war and bleed each other dry. In time, the name of the Fangmonger clan shall come to be feared the world over, and then my ascension to the Orcus throne shall be complete. For old time's sake, my young nemesis, I shall make you an offer most generous. You shan't find it wanting. Lay to rest your hostility towards me and join my cause. Bend your knee to me, accept me as your liege lord, and I shall make you a general among my armies. The presumption that I might betray my own is the greatest affront, Zogbog. Steel yourself for grave disappointment, for your vile ambition shall soon be reduced to piles of rubble. I find your lack of foresight disturbing, little rabbit. You shall come to regret spurning a place in the new Orcish Empire. Boy! Ha! More guests. And right on cue. The time for talk is ended. Come, face your doom, Examil, Cyndaquil. Awaken, my loyal minions. Commander. A veritable den of adders. It shall be all we can do to keep them at bay until Bostolet arrives with reinforcements. And boy, think not for a moment that being here excuses you from lessons. Surely there's environs more conducive to learning. Go forth, Fangmonger Stone Legion. Go forth and annihilate those who would oppose my will. Probably outrun them. Lesson number 67. Not ventured, not gain. Hold fast to your objective and charge. Yeah. Probably cuts. Alright, when ready for battle, have party leader... Oop, go a little too fast. Have party leader examine Scrape Mark again to gain entrance. Your party will be transported to Everbloom Hollow. This battle can easily be duoed, possibly soloed by healing and cutting jobs. See testimony. Soloed by Pup. Under 3 minutes. Easily soloed. Fail the fight. Can obtain a new Orcish infiltration kit by collecting the clandestine markings at I-10 on map 1 of Ghost Outpost. It will be done once per game day. Alright, after the BCM, we receive a cutscene. Looks good. Base of the future. A request for entry is being considered. So it's probably going to be one of those things you don't want either Excamil to die, so charge up there with trust. And then, excuse me. Frozen. Hello. Things back on. Just not all clumped together. Two, three, need one more. Oh, they didn't waste any time, did they? If we get enough TP, we'll just do Aelin Edge. Not doing any damage. We're doing some damage, just not a lot. I'm willing to bet that you have to kill out the tombstones first, and that'll make the other one weaker. It's a guess. Okay. He's taking a lot more damage now. No, my mighty legion, my ambition! Your habitual tardiness will one day be the death of me, Bostolet. Cutscene. But the Mog tablets seems a little odd. Is it because I haven't turned it in yet? I don't think that'll be it. No! How could this be? 2 decades of painstaking labor undone in a single confrontation. Oh, your fault? Glock, do something. My entire legion is finished. Easy say, difficult do, Mr. Zogbog. Right, in the nick of time. Postulet. We shall have words regarding your definition of nick of time before the day is through. Damn it! Move, I say! Move, you worthless piece of junk! Oh, that shouldn't be funny. Fix me to the very end, will you? Oh. Apparently that did something. Ah! It's resumed functioning. Well, something's amiss. Uh-oh. It's not good. Statue go out of control? What strange spell is this that the Colossus incants? McLuck, explain to me what's happening. Huh? Whither did that machine-loving misfit vanish? Damn him thrice over. Mr. Zugbug, me so sorry. Self-destructive device, me fit is active. Explosion happens soon. What? By back codex, backside. Who placed an order for such a hazardous feature? Me forget. Meat over cookfire. Me go now, Mr. Zugbug. Don't you dare abandon me, you disloyal, self-preserving wretch. Commander, that orc speaks the truth. We haven't a moment to lose. Why do you linger? Hurry and escape, lest the explosion claim us all. Are you certain, boy, that your friend is being held hereabouts? Past certain. You must neutralize the explosion and save him. Let me remind you, no guarantee exists that we will succeed and escape with our own lives. Even should I knowingly face impossible odds, I cannot leave a friend at the mercy of death. A man must be prepared to bear all of life's burdens if he wishes to move forward. These are your own words. Aptly said, boy. Very well, I shall stand beside you in this. Consider this your chance to put to practice all you've learned. Let the final examination commence. Confound it! The means to fulfilling my ambition, all spent. With me, boy. Yeah. Oh, damn you! You able to pull that sword out? Did he do it? I don't know why you weren't running for your life too. Ooh. Ah, passed out from the exertion. Rest easy, boy. You've passed the exam with flying colors. these two be alright? They've fallen into a slumber of exhaustion, but have taken no permanent harm as far as I can see. Ah, Commander! I discovered this ring by the cavern entrance. The fine craftsmanship bespeaks great worth, and I thought you should see it. By the goddess! I thought it forever lost. This ring disappeared from my possession sometime during the expedition to Razowa. Such a journey it must have made to find its way back here. I must say, gazing at the children puts me in mind of our own childhood. Decked out in their swords and armor, with the Orcish war machine standing guard over them, all of this seems to add to the vividness of my recollections. In that sentiment, you are not alone. I, for one, could bask for eternity in the warmth of this moment, but duty calls. I shall see the children return safely to Batalha Downs. If there's anything safe about Batalha Downs for children, but just me. Please, join me at your earliest convenience, Cyndaquil. You shall find me by the statue where first we met. Shall I accompany you? I alone should suffice for this simple task, Commander. I suggest you take word of our success back to the kingdom, and pay visit to Lady Altenia too, if you've a mind. So Altenia's still around. Hush, ahem! You may take your leave of us, soldier. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Alright. Back in Ghost Outpost. Not you got Grotto. So, was that the... I don't think that was the last of the quest, was it? No, we need to go to the statue where we first met. So, let's assume that's going to be... Batalha Downs? I think that's probably going to be... I had the warp ring equipped this whole time. Sure. Face of the future. Check. Alright, proceed to the Cavernous Mall at H5 Batalha Downs and examine it for a cutscene. Sounds about right. If you have a full inventory at the time of the final cutscene, you will be prompted to examine a question mark near the mall in Batalha Downs after sorting your inventory to receive your reward. It's a campaign battle. It just started. But unfortunately, I don't have time for that. Did a couple campaigns yesterday, and by a couple I mean about a dozen. Not that we're ready for an examination just yet, but I don't think we'll have any problem whatsoever getting a rank up. And we are due. Be another day. Are you going in the right direction? Can't even didn't pull out any trust NPCs this time. That's me being cocky. What else? Dollars up to level 69. The adventure appreciation campaign thingy that was going on last month is now over, unfortunately. We were getting double experience points. So no more 1000 XP per kill. I'm sure it'll come back. They usually bring it back every other month. But it's probably going to take about another 5 days of just doing the 30 kills for XP to... I don't think we were supposed to go back in time. We'll find out. Okay. Now we're just going to go to the future. We'll examine it again. There's a survival guide there. One of these days. Alright, this will be a cutscene. Still asleep. Hither, Cyndaquil. I give you my thanks. It was in no small part due to you that today's strategy was a success. It shall be my great pleasure to convey every inspiring detail of your exploits to General Rahul. The two children are still sound asleep. Such was the arduousness of today's events. Please safely return them whence they came. And how do we do that? But what? You would know my true identity. Firstly, that information is highly classified. Secondly, I would remind you that 'tis unseemly to press for an answer one already knows. Now, before the opportunity escapes me, please accept this small token of my gratitude. The Griffin Ring. Reduces enemy critical hit rate. Okay, well, that'd be good for tanking. I don't know how often it procs. We'll have to look into that. And if I might prevail upon you for one last favor, please see this to the hands of young Bistolo. My people await my return. I fear this is where we must part, Cyndaquil. Until such time as fate brings us together again, fare you well. Feather. Oh, okay. If it was Star Trek and all three of us were being transported at the same time, I would be worried that somehow our molecules would be merged, and ooh, that would be awesome. Rahul, XML, and Cyndaquil all as one. Get badass. I mean, we're already a badass, but hop back in my machine. Ah, they're back. My lord, Rahul, Cyndaquil. What did you do to them? Are you alright? Has anyone come to harm? Examil, Rojo, wake up! Ugh. Urgh. Yar! I beg you, Zogbog! Where's the statues? Did we prevent the explosion? And that man who was the spitting image of Father. I fear the Count has taken a knock on the head. Be steady, Captain Rojo. Was I asleep that entire time? Was it all but a dream? Cyniquil, I suspect you can fill in the blanks on their behalf. And then this happened, and then that happened, and then I got this ring. What? You've brought Boss Tillet's journal to me? A moment, Cyniquil. How came you by my birth name? Besides my family, none is supposed to have this knowledge. I was a sickly infant, you see, and spent the better part of my early years abed. In their ardent desire to see me grow strong, mother and father took to calling me Bistolo, a boy's name. Cyniquil, this journal. The pieces are falling into place now. Simple words of thanks shall not suffice to express my gratitude. I promise to repay your kindness someday. J. Remus, the missing men. Zogbog said that they were... Rest easy, my lord. They've been found and rescued from a nearby cave. Alive if a touch ruffled from their long captivity. You freed me from much torment. Thank you, J. Remus. Truly, no captain could hope for a more dependable deputy. But my lord, words of praise become you not. But you do me a great honor. Excamil, you dared to foil me yet again. My soul shall now have no peace until I wring the life out of your with my bare hands. Alright, send Zogbog flying with a blistering punch or a brutal kick. Rah! Ow, 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 that smarts. Alright, Cyniquil. Whoever did that little run XML enlist such a powerful ally. This bodes ill for my chances. Gadzooks! What is this nonsense I speak? The stresses of time travel have addled my mind is all. I am the predator, not prey. When next we meet, Excabel, such pain I shall visit upon you shall be. You shall beg me to. I was merely engaging in some fanciful musing, my lord. Harmless, really. No need to over... With any luck, that may be the last we say of Zogbog, but I doubt it. 'Tis time we rejoiced, the allies of the Valdwanian front, my lord. 'Tis time we rejoined the allies at the Valdwanian front, my lord. Let us secure victory in the name of Altania, and thence make our return to Sandoria. Attend me, one and all. I would speak to you of my plans after we accomplish our immediate objectives. Even should we emerge triumphant in the war, my intent is not to return to Sandoria. We shall instead press onward and traverse the northern seas to Rezowa, to the Orcish homeland. Examil! My lord, do you mean what you say? The Orcish Empire lies farther beyond all imagining, Excamil. Years shall pass before you're able to return home. Well, have I considered that, Cyrenus? Yet I cannot sleep soundly at the knowledge that maniacal orcs like the likes of Zogbog and Dogvidug thrive there in the tens of thousands. It's only a matter of time before their bloodlust drives them to our shores. Left unchecked, ever would Sandoria, nay, the whole of Anadil, tremble in the shadows of this threat. We, the Cardinal Stags, shall take the battle to the enemy, and be as the plague to them. Coast to coast, we shall make the orcs know the selfsame terror they visit upon our people. Before we can do so, however, we must first put a swift end to the war that rages upon our own soil. I'm speechless, my lord. Your forefathers are surely gazing down from the heavens at this very moment, eyes brimming with pride. There is no greater honor for me than to serve House Ashiot, even should our destination be the very bowels of hell. I shall willingly follow my lord until my dying breath. And I as well, to the bitter end. Examil, that you have been planning such a thing, I can scarce conceal my astonishment. Ha ha ha. Hadn't intended to astonish, I assure you. Can I count on you all joining us then? This would mean the reformation of our unit. As much as I burn for it, it is not yet our time. We've much growing to do yet before we earn the right to fight by your side. But this I promise you, one day I shall be worthy to lead my own knights. When the day comes when we can lead our units shoulder to shoulder into battle, be it Razola, Uboka, or even beyond, ever ready shall I stand to answer the call of your war horn. Then we shall fight beside one another as brothers once more. Aye. Oh, that wasn't it. Okay. It looked like a Veldwanian front, but thus does this chapter of your adventures with the young Griffins draw to a close. Their tale, however, would continue for long after the Crystal War's end. It warped his Arctobird. Examil led his cardinal stags northward across the seas to strike at the Orcish homeland. We're back in Battaglia Downs. Not during the Shadow Rain, this looks like the future. Rahal returned to Sandoria and strove to climb the highest echelon of the Royal Knights. Guess that'd be a spoiler. Oh. I hadn't forgotten about him. Duranu sought the power of the dragon that he might quell the torment of Mashug's death. Dragoon. Not over yet. Yearning to explore his potential, Roland embarked on a grueling journey of self-discovery. And Biscalote's talents found a place to blossom within the ranks of the Iron Ram Engineers. The chosen path of each young griffin would be fraught with myriad hardships. But come what may, the memories of the triumphs and tragedies they tasted, with you beside them, shall forever stand tall as their beacon. I couldn't finish reading it because white on white. A guiding light that burns as brilliantly as the stars in a night sky. As But come what may, the memories of the triumphs and tragedies they tasted with you beside them shall forever stand tall as their beacon of strength. A guiding light that burns as brilliantly as the stars in a night sky. Alright. You sure? Yep. Take a look at this ring here. Plus 25 HP, reduces enemy critical hit rate. Looks tanky, that's about it. Now, at the Sandorian quest or the Griffin quest are complete. We get to knock out as all the Wings of the Goddess missions. Where last we left off, we had fought a couple of those Spite Wardens. They Spite Maidens, but since they were dudes, Spite Warden sounds more right. I'm probably wrong on that. Anyway, we had fought them, defeated them, they disappeared into nothingness, and but still we ended up losing on Lilith. She was absorbed by Atomos. So now we have to save her. We're gonna do that by examining the Lion Springs Tavern door for a cutscene. Why not? Almost there. I love it when Flea doesn't wear off. Thinking about it. And Kate Sith looking all down in the dumps. Staring at the door. Cyndaquil! Into my Kate Sith voice. Working that. Where have you been all this time? Without you around, I was wandering aimlessly like a stray kitten. A lost soul. Nya! What will you do? Make your face. Oh, a little slow. I have to do this again. Oh, good. Wasn't sure. Ever since we lost Lilith, I've traversed the land, observing the changes that have come to pass, bearing witness. Come with me, Cyndaquil. There's something I need you to see. Go and tell. Look yonder. Undue truth, troth, voice. I want to see those legs higher, touching the. I want to say his links sky, but I don't even know how to pronounce that. Kais. Stop! For the love of the goddess, stop! Whatever am I supposed to do with you? Must I remind you all of something so basic as the tenets of Truth Mayakov? The grace of a flight of swans. The vigor of 1,000 tigers. Roar. And last but certainly not least, the charm of her for whom thy dance troupe is named. Listen well. With the absence of Portia, the moon-sage butterfly, the three of you must step up to fill her. Both. I don't know what that means. Shoes is what I'm guessing for, but the audience expected naught but the best from us, and I do not intend to disappoint. As you are now, however, you will truly besmirch our illustrious reputation. Forgive us, Mr. Maikov. We promise to give our very best. That inspirational monologue. I trust you heard. We're paying attention? The moonshade butterfly is supposed to be Lilith, not Portia. The daughter, not the mother. It's as though the poor girl no longer exists, has been wiped from reality. There can be no doubt as to the cause of this, the reason why. It all started that day when Lilith was reduced to many glowing memory orbs and devoured by Atomos, swallowed whole. Who goes there? Gads. Get an eyeful of my growth, would you? Don't even think to deny it. I can't suffer something. Press Potten, especially not during rehearsal. Gandalf, no, it's a misunderstanding. Look, Cynical here is on your side, a friend. You don't remember her either, do you? You presume to say that I, Alexei Markov, dancer extraordinaire, would befriend any tramp of the street? Utterly absurd. Throw this despicable gopher and her odious brethren accomplished. Hump the door. Meow? What did you call me? Come on, Kate says. Nope. Guess not. Think twice before you throw your faith here again. Meow, ow, ow. I hate to say this, Cynical, but even your existence is under threat, in jeopardy. The future looks grimmer than ever. Dark clouds gather. Look up to the sky if you would. Look back your head. The comet grows ever larger. Every second brings it nearer. Only a matter of time before the fair future whence you came is consumed, forever lost. Then all that remains will be a reality of conflicts and strife, a world enveloped in darkness. Together, you and Lilith form the wings of the goddess. But now the champions of the dawn are incomplete. Missing a piece. There's only 2 of us. Poor Lilith. Is this truly the end? Checkmate? Will we all fade away into nothingness? The will of Altana along with us? The goddess's wish unfulfilled? There. We can't give up. You have the right of it, Cyndaquil. So long as we still exist, we must cling to hope. Keep up the fight. That the children of Altana have proven so resilient in the face of adversity delights me to no end. Impress the whiskers off me. Now then, deep in the Northlands, the war rages on, the outcome yet undecided. I propose we head there and see how the struggle unfolds, reassess the situation. Even though only one champion of the Dawn remains to Altana, there may yet be a way to set the world to rights, win back the future. That's where we're gonna go to Zarkabard. And I'm willing to bet... Yep. He's back up. Yep, so we're gonna go to Zarkabard S, Rally Point Red, check for a cutscene. And go back to one of the malls. Yeeks. Zarkabard. 100 allied notes. Kitty cat go. Alright, I'm gonna pull the trust out for this one just because I have this nasty habit of aggroing every single imp in the zone. Not that I can't solo the imps, but you never know. Wait. I want you playing with the mice. Thank you. Alright. Battle. Oh, it'd be so much fun too. But maybe next time. Try and run behind that imp. As we turn around, we'll be okay. Well then. Typically there's nowhere running the demons. Wasn't expecting you would be up again. Let's see, job ability, mug. Okay, that'll work. And nothing to steal. Oh my god, it killed my tank. concern before, but killed off my tank. We'll be alright now. Things we do for notorious monsters. Back this way. Blank spot. I think it was a blank spot. There we go. Yep. Just waiting for the cutscene to load. How goes the war effort, I wonder? Or rather, where has everyone disappeared to? Whither have they vanished? Goddess, have mercy. So much death. Such devastation. Cyndaquil, look! There's still survivors among the Allied forces. Those yet among the living. Those not fit to march shall remain here. The rest of you, take up your arms and fall in. We go to bolster the ambuscade. Who are they? Attend. I am Lady Lilith, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces of Vana'diel. Supreme Commander? Of what? Huh. Some splinter faction of the Beastmen Confederate? We know not who you are, but our forces are in the midst of battle. If you do not stand down, we shall strike you down as foemen. My dear, pitiful general. Infirm and feeble, yet still seeking to cling to the reins with wasted hands. It's a wonder your rebel army hasn't already thrown you off its back. What did you say? So clouded have your eyes become, you couldn't recognize the truth even when it was thrust in front of you. You dare mock me to my face? I dare much more than you dream, General. You are an old, done man who has long outlived his usefulness. This you proved when you spurned my father's sage counsel, instead choosing a path of certain destruction for your people. Prattle all you wish, woman. None present have ears to lend to this rot. Hear me well, good soldiers. Your faith in this man is ill-placed. Follow him if you would throw away your lives to no end. I am Vana'diel's chosen leader and custodian. From a distant future have I come to set the world on its rightful path. Recall to your minds the words of Regilis B. Belmont the day you cast him out in disgrace. Your kind cannot hope to defeat the Shadow Lord. Your mortal flesh cannot possess such strength as would overcome darkness. You think to weaken our resolve with your venomous tongue? If it is your desire to survive the future of chaos that awaits, I counsel you to choose a stronger, wiser leader. I counsel you to follow me. Pledge unto me your undying loyalty, and I shall deliver you to a future of everlasting glory. Oh dear. Staring at the necklace, isn't he? Your name, young man? Who, me? None else, my dear. I have the honor of being Sir Henrenaud, a knight sworn to serve the kingdom of Sandoria. Tell me true, are you prepared to sacrifice all for your cause, even if your flesh becomes spent and your soul consumed? Will you fight on? That goes without saying. Even should I be the last man left standing, never shall I yield to the enemy. And I trust you shan't balk at bearing the yoke of immortality. Oh. Be still now. That's a good night. This power surging from within. It's magnificent. Oh. Ah. That's a odd shadow. In here I thought we had something. How truly disappointing. Henrenad! Why, you vile witch! Yeah. Shit. Okay. That could have been bad. I shall say it but once more. Pledge unto me your undying loyalty, and the gift and burden of immortality. The might to oppose the Shadow Lord shall be yours. Know, though, that only those with body and mind forged of the strongest steel can house the power of gods. Like he who once counted himself among you. That here. No, this can't be. Sir Regulus. Be this some sick jest? Regulus, do my eyes deceive me? Let it be proclaimed to all corners of the world, to men and beastmen alike. Lady Lilith, Vanadil's great leader and custodian, is come. Bearing the quenchless flames of Asgarth, I shall be the fiery beacon that illuminates the one true path. O mighty Atomos, fearsome distorter of time, we, the rightful heirs to the future, bid you grant us your inheritance. Forge for us a reality untainted by the malefic will of Altana, a world where man is master of his own destiny. I am partial to the strong. Those who deem themselves worthy of a place in my dominion are most welcome to seek me out. Tell me, Larzos, why do I still sense the presence of that wretched feline and its companion? Beg pardons, my lady, but the cat has proven quite elusive. They have been forced into a precipice and are nigh depleted of options. It ought not prove difficult to anticipate their next move. Go forth and lie in wait, and crush them when next they're full enough to show themselves. As milady commands. Our prospects are bleak beyond all reckoning, chin deep in mud. Lilith continues to gain ground in the struggle, gathers impetus. For a child of Altana to relinquish his soul to darkness is unthinkable, unimaginable. There must be some way for us to forestall Lilith's plan, foil her ambition. Think with me, Cyndaquil. Add our sword arms to the allied forces. I'm afraid that won't avail us against the vast armies of the Shadow Lord. Make next to no difference. Give up and live out our days in peace? That a champion of the dawn would make such a suggestion is atrocious, beneath contempt. Find and bring back Lilith. Find and bring back Lilith. Could such a thing be possible? Can it be done? I dare not raise my hopes. I was present, after all, when Atomos made a meal of Lilith, bore witness to the tragedy. But if we were to take that and then used it like so... Cyndaquil! Truly are a rare genius. Unappreciated in your own time. Given the urgency of our plight, we've no choice but to take the issue right to the source, the Chocobo's mouth. The avatar who presides over time, that is, Atomos. Cyndaquil, do you recall the first time you traveled to this world? Your maiden voyage there? There was a place where your essence first brushed against the threshold of reality, the gateway to the past. I trust you've already figured out whither we must go, our next destination. We must make for the cavernous maw, Cyndaquil, to retrieve Lilith. Rescue the girl. Back to Battalion Downs. Let's read it ahead here while she's warping. Since we don't necessarily need to click the Cavernous Maw in the past, we're going to run up to the survival guide. We're going to take that to Battalion Downs in the present. I always want to say the future, but not the future, it's the present. And then we'll click it from there since it's a much shorter run. I won't get distracted with stuff like Notorious Monsters and such. There we go. Survival guide. Teleportation assistance. Original release area. All you down. Using tabs. We'll be getting a cutscene here. And then we're going to start a... Well, I can't say a massive fetch quest, because it can be a fetch quest. Alright. The vines covering the cavernous maw shudder violently. Cyndaquil is engulfed by the cavernous maw. That's so difficult. Well, here we are. Mind you, you conduct yourself appropriately, Cyndaquil. Acquit yourself well. O fearsome distorter of time, Atomos, we humbly beseech your succor, a bit of help. Unless the situation takes a turn for the better, the brighter future shall forever be lost, be given to the darkness. It is the divine will of Altana that this evil does not befall the world. Must avert in the goddess's name. That's where the cavernous maw goes, roar. As the one-winged bird knows not the skies, incomplete, the champions of the dawn can ill uphold the will of Altana. We know that all too well, are painfully aware. That's why we've come here, to recover the goddess's lost wing. You deemed Lilith's existence dispensable, and so disposed of her memories, consumed them to the last orb. But we need those memories restored. We want Lilith back. We implore you, Atmos, return the poor girl to us. Show pity. The memories of the young girl, Atmos indeed consumed. So where is Lilith now? You must apprise us of her whereabouts. Reveal her location. All memories, deemed dispensable, are deposited here. The Walk of Echoes. And here is where we should look. Conduct the search. Given the walk's vastness, this may prove to be a time-consuming task. Take a considerable while. Found you at long last. Spite wardens! Actually, just one spite warden. Hey, watch out! Take cover! Kitty dragon kick. Ah, Cynic Will, you must track down Lilith's memories. Find them all. The only way to preserve the future. Stay the encroaching darkness. Should open up the mission, her memories? Maybe? Maybe not. Makes you wonder what was it saved you. Dropped a couple of feathers. The memories of the girl have been scattered. Upon them, the pure white feathers born. Go forth, faithful child of Altana. Find that which you seek. Infinite paths converge upon a single reality. None can decide the future. No man, no god. Farewell, champion of the dawn. When the harbinger cometh, the champions of the dawn shall descend with wings divine and radiance blessed. The eternal night is end. Fear of the goddess, great Sith, in this child you have found a worthy champion. This will dump us where? Way down to S. Check our mission. Tana. Her memories. Alright, so gonna be a little four-part thing. You must complete several quests to collect 4 large memory fragments. You can complete the quest in any desired order, however it is best to start the second fragment first, due to a game day wait in the quest. Okay? And the next mission is automatically flagged once the below quests are completed. Click each quest for detailed info. First fragment, her memories. Incoming Queen area, Southern Sandoria. Zone into Southern Sandoria. From East Ronfar begin the quest. This comprises of the following 3 subquests, which below a tiny memory fragment. Once the 3 have been completed, they will automatically form a large memory fragment and complete this quest. Okay, so we have to go to Southern Sandoria. It doesn't say Southern Sandoria S, so we need to go to East Ronfar. And Warp Ring is not up for about another minute. Couple ways we can do this. I think we'll just go to West Ronfar via Survival Guide. From there we can go into East Ronfar. And then on up to Southern Sandoria. Hopefully for a cutscene. We'll find out. Hopefully we won't run into Jaggedy-eared Jack along the way. Whee! It's Ronfire, so there's a 50-50 chance I'll get lost. No, we're just going east. One in the zone. We're running. Search all. 325 people found in all known areas. It is a holiday. One of those ways you could do a search all excluding the main cities. And it's not that everybody in the cities is AFK doing bazaars. But a good number of them are. I'm gonna run this way, follow the mountain to the left, and on up to the gate. Oops, that's not what you wanted. Looking for the occasional notorious monster. The ram is up. Not that, you know, count that as a notorious monster. He's a pain in the ass when you're level 10. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't drop anything of worth. Hey, I got a bucktooth. Not all sure what a bucktooth does. Massive and sturdy molar of a round buck, worn down from chewing large quantities of cud. Okay. While we're running, let's look up and see what a bucktooth does. Tooth. Cannot be sold to NPCs. Used in a recipe. Pet. The level 45 bone graft thing. Can sell it on the auction house. Anyone buying it? What does a serpent do? The scythe. It's a level 12 scythe. Sell that for 223. Use a bucktooth, 2 giant femurs, ash lumber, and grass cloth. And the serpent is another name for a billhook. Billhook is a traditional cutting tool used mainly in European agriculture and forestry, but also common in other parts of the world where it was introduced by European settlers. It is used for cutting smaller woody materials such as shrubs and branches. Look at the Serpent +1 and see if it got anything special to it. I mean, the damage looks okay. It's probably a better scythe than anything else you can get at that time, but not that great. I'll probably toss it. I'll check the auction notes just to make sure that it sells for more than 1K, but... The town brims with life like always. A little has changed over the years. I scarce had a moment for myself when I last visited. Everything felt like a blur. So today, I think I shall treat myself to a leisurely stroll down memory lane. Okay, so... I think this is a quest. Taken by nostalgia upon her return to present-day Sandoria after a long absence, Illicet decides to take a stroll down memory lane. Alright. Alright. There you go, Chateau de Organo. Talk to Halver. Begin the quest. Gonna need a lilac. So let's go get the lilac first. Juno? Upper Juno? By the entrance? Yes, please. Looks like that's all we're needing. Just a lilac. For the time being. I think you can buy a lilac from the flower dude. There it is. One should be enough. Almost there. I might as well take this to northern Pandoria. For 2? Yep. Put you right outside the chateau. Since there isn't a home point that I know of within the chateau, getting ahead here. Ben Gill says Howard's going to ask if we found a girlfriend for Hal or Treon yet. I was mistaken. Yes? Have you business with me? Ah, it is you. When last we conversed, you were searching for a certain Crystal War veteran. Were you able to find who you sought? You were? That is pleasing news indeed. More pleasing still to know that you can turn to him again, should the need arise. Odd. Your companion appears not to be with you today. Or have I confused you with another? Pray forgive me, keeping vigil here day after day. My mind is wont to wander on occasion. Okay. Trade him the lilac and see if that helps his memories any. No. Despite no longer having memories of Lillicet, Halver's words spoken from his subconscious suggest that not all is lost. Could the Larzos of your reality possess knowledge that would aid your cause? Make haste to where he and you first met, Professor Regilis's gravestone. Fair enough. Yes. And take care. So you didn't have to go to Juno first to get the flower, since you wanted Juno anyways to head to Battaglia Downs. Not that bad. Travel to another home point. Juno. Upper Juno. By the entrance. Yes. Good news is, Lee should be back up. Bad news is, I've had too much coffee to drink. I'll be having to take a bio break here in a moment. This music I like. Of the 3 zones around Juno, I think it's the one I like the most. It's kind of lonely. And Misa, she seems to like the music around Rolandberry Fields. I don't remember. I mean, I'm sure I'll recognize it as soon as I hear it, but the one for the champagne, I don't remember it standing out. I've done a lot of leveling there. There's your gravestone. Comes the airship. It was always a nice little touch, I thought. The withered flower lies before the tombstone. Now seems to be a good time to replace it. One lilac coming up. Well, hello there. Pleasant surprise seeing you here again. Judging by that grim expression, something clearly troubles you. Why don't you get it all off your chest? Whatever it is, might be I can help some. Belazos everything? That's the spirit? Go on then. I'm all ears. Sorry, lass, but all of that flew right over my head. Despite my years, I'm a simple man at heart. I fear all this talk of past and future is beyond my fathoming. Seems to me, though, that it boils down to simply this. Someone you hold dear is in terrible trouble. Am I right? Well then, let's say your path is crystal clear. We've got to do whatever it takes to rescue that person. What in the blazes? Truth be told, I had given myself up for lost. Having mother taken away before my very eyes, returning to Sandoria, only to be greeted by a father who didn't know me. All of it was simply too much to bear. But I had Cyndaquil and Kate Sith beside me. They were always there, ever willing to share my burden, and ever ready with a word to lift my spirits. It looks like there was a space between the F and the T, but... That was when I realized I wasn't alone, that I had friends I could depend on, who would never abandon me in my hour of need. Together we can overcome any adversity. Together, we'll defeat Lilith and protect our future and loved ones. Please watch over me, Father, Mother. I promise to make you proud. What the devil did I see just now? That was strange, but not unpleasant. Goes to show, the longer you live, the more you get to experience. I'm beginning to understand now, lass. Some parts still sketchy, to be sure, but I believe I know what it is you're fighting to save. A winsome young lady with a will of steel, gentle yet headstrong. She's often misunderstood by folk. Get to know her well, though, and you can't help but cherish her. I'm not sure why, but for a second there, I could have sworn it was a vision Sir Regilis that I saw. Anyhow, seeing as you've got a dear friend to rescue, don't let me keep you. This old man here will be cheering you on from afar. Guess we got a sparkle. You obtain a tiny memory fragment. However, it is far too small to house an adequate amount of energy. Alone, it serves no purpose. Okay. Next is going to be Northern Sandoria. Talk to Abiolege inside the cathedral in Northern Sandoria at the far north border of M7 to begin with. Okay, as I just copy-pasted the general stuff, it didn't do the micro or mini quest, which is okay. We can look it up if we get long. So, how are we gonna do this? I was going to run up to the northern part of the map to, the survival guide. But I think we'll just use the tabs, and that will warp us to Sandoria. Hey, right, Shield. Glad you agree. Let's see. I think there's a book right here. Not here, it's gonna be... yeah, this'll work. Read about individual training. No, not training. Field support. Repetition. So, Northern Sandoria. Part of me is wondering if I should go ahead and change the home point back to Sandoria. Since so much of what we're going to be doing might be taking place in the present. Maybe not. Okay, we're looking for M7. I'm going to turn names back on. Oh, never mind. Right there. It's back off. Hello. It's freezing up again. Be this your first visit to the cathedral, all of Altana's children are welcome here. Doesn't remember me from the White Mage AF quest. And all the other quests that I've done. Pray excuse me, but I could not help but notice your interest in that man. His is a heart-rending tale. He seeks absolution for his callous treatment of a distraught young lady. As her name is unknown to him, he refers to her only as the red-haired maiden. Young man, narrate a passage that you are not here, offering words of prayer. Surely, such devotion shall not go unnoticed by the goddess. I sincerely wish that it were so, Friar, and I might have peace in my heart once more. I recognize him, but I shall return to aiding my prayers to those of others. May paradise open its gates to you. Paradise already had. Currents. The elven gentleman you saw praying at the cathedral apparently seeks atonement for his callous treatment of a red-haired maiden. Could there be a connection between him and Lillicet? Friar informs you that the man might be found at Laborman's Way. So is he going to be an NPC? Laborman's Way is the spot up here. See me pointing. Here. By the Blacksmith's Guild and such. There's some folks there. We'll see if we find one that matches his description, and then, yeah. If that proceeds. If not, then we'll just pull out the guide and see what that says. That's not him, is it? You look like another adventurer obsessed with shining swords and gleaming shields. Am I wrong? Well, the hallmark of an adventurer is a richly decorated domicile. Really? You must visit the furniture shop. Wow. That was an advertisement. Here's another one. One doesn't have the hat. Oh, last one didn't have the hat either. In the war 20 years ago, Sandorian knights crushed the Shadow Lord and his hordes. We sealed off the Northlands from whence he came. Winterson Bestock? They could barely protect their gates. If it weren't for the valor of our knights, all would have fallen in the shadow. Okay. Two dudes. Nope. Up there. I make a killing still in fair and Gondi produce here, but the region's not under Sandorian control. Whose fault is that? Okay. Let's peek our head in here. I seriously doubt in here. The steps. Nope. Anything up here? Seems odd to have steps that just go up here. There he is. Bertinant. Don't even make it up to his shoulder, do I? Yep. Want to do a cutscene. Aren't you the adventurer from the cathedral? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. You wish to know more of the maiden. It appears my sad exploits have attained notoriety far and wide. Very well. I have no reason to conceal this from you. On the contrary, I welcome it that more people would know me for the contemptible wretch that I am. If it was real life, we'd be walking away. What? That fair maiden is your friend. Please, you must tell me where I might find her. So, not even you know of her whereabouts. Suppose there is no help for that. Allow me to recount my tale then, as promised. It all began the day past when I went to attend a sermon at the cathedral. I don't want to say anything bad about the crazy religious types. They're no worse than the crazy gamer types. That was when I first caught sight of her, as she stepped through the doors, bathed in the radiant light of morn. Like a stalker. right through this must sound. Never before had I laid eyes upon such fairness. I still remember well the ornament that adorned her fiery hair. But above all, I remember the deep sorrow that was graven upon her face. To simply imagine the pain that racked her gentle heart sent a dagger sliding through my own. The intensity of my emotions was such that I could not help but reach out to her. Beg pardons, my lady. If I might have a moment. Have we met? Breathe, damn you, breathe. Something weighs heavily on your mind. That much is plain to see. I should be honored to share that burden, if it pleases you. It's kind of you to offer, but I would not presume to prevail upon a stranger. No, I insist. There is aught I might do to ease your pain, you need but ask. This is highly unusual for me, but since you insist... For true! You've no idea how much this means to me. To think that this vision of beauty would share with me her deepest hurts. I was above the moon with joy, that is, until she launched into her story. Claimed to be a champion of the dawn, possessed of the ability to travel to the past. Powerful enemies had come from an alternate reality, and she was battling against them to ensure the survival of our world. In the midst of the struggle, however, someone dear to her fell into enemy hands. And to compound matters, those who once cared for her lost all memory of her existence. I considered myself wordly and well-traveled, but naught could have prepared me for the words that spilled from her lips. At some point in time, I cannot say exactly when, bemusement turned into amusement, and I decided that all of it was a great big fairy tale. I found myself staring at her wide-eyed, nodding dutifully at the events, each more fantastical and ridiculous than the last, were regaled to me in intricate detail. And then the guillotine fell. I did that which cannot be undone. As an elven, of course he's gonna laugh at you. Hey, what's so funny? Mercy, my lady, but any more of this and my sides are like to burst. What? I don't believe this. You beg me to share my burdens, and I oblige for what? To have you rain spittle on me with your laughter? That's right. It was all make-believe. That you derived much mirth from my tall tale made it worth the telling. I thank you for your precious time. Farewell. Animus take you. I must be either losing my mind or the biggest fool in the world to think it a good idea to pour my heart out to some boorish stranger. What? My lady, where are you going? Yeah, that would never happen. In hindsight, the graveness with which she told her story ought to have been plain as day, even to this blind dolt. Whether or not there was truth to her words was immaterial. The point is she believed the genuineness of her tale. As such, it was utterly tactless of me, cruel rather, to make light of her as I did. What I wouldn't give for a chance to see her again and beg forgiveness. You and I scarce know one another, but might I trouble you to tell me her name? The truth is, I've not been able to sleep at night for want of this knowledge. In light of the grievous wrong I did your friend, I would not be surprised if you were to begrudge me this favor. Yet I must ask that you take pity on me. And what's its name? Aye, the poor sod seems repentant. Well said. A beautiful name. I owe a debt of gratitude. Having had this opportunity to talk to you, it feels as if the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders. May the goddess bless you thrice over, kind adventurer. Sparkles. Oh, alright, you obtained a tiny memory fragment. However, it is far too small to house an adequate amount of energy. Alone, it serves no purpose. Next part is going to be in Port Pandoria. In the spot where I typically sell my excess fish. Old Bean, Port Pandoria, talk to Theory inside the Rusty Anchor. I think that was who we did the Beans quest. Sounds about right. Well, it'll be a worse of a fetch quest, but it's a little slow. Alright. Nope. Nope. Alright, the one. Is there an old woman or an old man? I think it's an old man. Definitely an old man. Welcome. What'll it be? I have no idea. What's that? You wish to know if a red-haired girl has been here of late? Apologies, but I cannot assist you at present. Kitchen demands my undivided attention. Wait a moment. You're an adventurer, are you not? And I got some cooking skills. Truly, goddess be praised. I have urgent need of your assistance. Hear me out, I beg you. I have invented a new bean dish, you see, and require that a sample of it be delivered to Amora, an elderly resident of southern Zandoria. She is. She has been my nose and mouth ever since I swapped my fishing rod for a skillet. Become accustomed between us that I have her ply her sense on new cuisine I create. Would that I could make the delivery myself while it's still fresh and piping hot. My customers have voracious appetites and must needs be fed. Should you do me this one favor, you may consider my aid at your disposal. Got a twin brother. So now we just have to go to southern Zandoria. And I think I remember where Amora is. I think. Maybe wrong. Definitely having a problem. Traveling to another home point. Southern Zandoria, home point number 4 should suffice. I don't remember if it's the first house or the second house. I think it's the second house. I was right. Hello, young lady. What brings you to my humble abode? After a drop to fix up a cough, mayhap? What be the source of this mouth-watering aroma, pray? I bring you beans. What have we here, eh? My memory's not mistaken, though like as not it is. I've never laid eyes on such cuisine. New dish from her boyfriend. Ah, a new culinary creation of old Therides, is it? Why, I can't recall the last time he sent me a sample. Try a mouthful, shall we? My goodness, such delectable harmony of flavors. Brings back memories, it does. Back in the day, Theride, Thyroid would oft relay on my taste buds. As I recall, it'd be myself and this other little girl who'd attend the tastings. Oh, that girl loved Theride's bean dishes so. The way her eyes would sparkle as he fell upon each bowl. Never once failed to bring a smile to my face. What she looked like, though, I can't seem to remember. Curse this failing memory. But I do ramble. Apologies, young lady. I'm sure you've got better things to do than listen to a withered old woman's prattle. Thank ye for bringing the sample. Be sure to tell Theory that his new dish is bound to be a sensation. Fetch quest for fetch questing's sake. Would it have been wrong to just, step outside of the restaurant, turn around, come back in, and say, she loved it? Another home point. Current region. Port Sandoria. Home point number 1 should be good. Kitty. I have to get up here in just a sec. Kitty looks unamused. So we got a minute 20 seconds before Flea is back up. So I think this is the same old man that we did the quest with earlier? I mean, I have to double check, but the name sounds familiar. Ah, you're back. I trust you had no difficulty making the delivery in good speed. And now, for good or ill, the moment of truth has come. What words did Amura have for me? He loved it. Truly, not is more heartening than a vote of confidence from her. I can now add the dish to my establishment's menu without reserve. Now then, I believe you had a request for me. By ways of thanks, I shall do all in my power to assist you. You were searching for a friend, I believe. Describe her to me, and we shall see whether she has indeed been here. But this tall, half-human, half-elven... A girl born of human elven parents, with hair kissed by fire. You've done me a great kindness, but I fear I may not be of much help in your quest. I could have sworn seeing who you described, yet I can say neither when nor where that was. Fox. I think he just remembered. You just trip and fall. Oh shit. You're starting to disappear. Mr. Theoridide. Why? It isn't dear little Lisette come to pay visit. Have you been keeping well, lass? But of course. Have you ever known me to keep unwell? Pleases me to hear that. It would please me even more, however, if you would be the first to taste my new bean dish. Truly. Been outside all day and I'm hungry enough to eat a chocobo. Ha! As my lady commands, repast shall be served this instant. There with that word. Voila! I give you my latest culinary invention. It's fresh off the cook fire though, so do take care not to scald yourself. Wow, it looks so good. Over the lips and past the gums, look out tummy, here it comes. Bon appetit. I eagerly await your impression. Here at the empty space where a barrel's supposed to be. Phew. Thanks for the meal, Mr. Theoridide. Forgot you. Hmm? What is it? It wasn't very good this time, though. What did you say? You used a different salt, right? It's got too much edge, and it isn't so flattering on the beans. Who do you presume to be? To find fault with my cuisine? I feed you from my own hearth, and yet you have the gall to repay me with mockery? Away with you! Be gone from my sight! I'm sorry, Mr. Theodete. Solid. Actually happens more often than it doesn't. Come back to me now. Feels like a lifetime ago when that little red-haired girl criticized my cooking. Tore my fragile pride to shreds with her innocent words. In a fit of anger, I took leave of myself and chased the poor lass away. After she had fled, however, I mulled over her comments and found naught but truth in them. It was exactly as she had said regarding the seasoning. In retrospect, many and more of my success stories, my better loved dishes, owe their existence to her. She was undeserving of my anger. It shames me still to think of my unseemly behavior that day. Come to think of it, there was another little girl even before then. One equally given to speaking her mind with regards to my cuisine. But age has taken its toll, I fear, and my memory is reluctant to divulge anything in full nowadays. I'm sorry I couldn't be of greater help in your quest, but I promise you, when next I invent a new dish, you shall be the first to sample its savory delights. Philosopher's Stone? The tiny fragments of Lilith's memory meld together to form a large memory fragment. Alright, that's one down. Now I have to go on the second fragment. Philosopher's Stone. I'll check the auction house first. Maybe there's one on the auction house. I know there's other ways to get one. No, Alchemist comes simple. Bid. Burials. Alchemy. No discernible order. I'm gonna sort. 20,000. Of course they are. Hey, I got it for 10k. Happy day. Alright, so now we need to go back to southern Zandoria. Talk to Amarura again. Go to another home point. Zandoria, southern Zandoria, home point number 4. And I'm going to take a short break. Just a few minutes. Miss Kitty needs to get up. Yes, I know. Be back here in just a moment. Be right back. Sorry about that. Ben's back. Gonna make it for lost time now. Talk to Amarura again. All the quests are going to be in Sandoria. Makes sense. There we go. Of course, I think this is the one where you have to wait a game day. Ah, always uplifting to see a forgot the voice. It's always uplifting to see a familiar face. To what do I owe ye the pleasure? I'll see if you've seen Lilith anywhere. Eh? You're speaking a fiery-haired lass called Lilith, who happens to be Sir Regilice's daughter, no less? Those be strange words ye speak, and would that they could be made reality. But folk hereabouts know all too well that Sir Regilice and Lady Portia never had children. A couple painted in heaven they were, yet fate didn't deem it fit to bless them with the joys of parenthood. One can only imagine the little angels they might have brought forth into the world. Why, the mere thought makes me wistful beyond words. Ah, you must forgive me. A woman's mind is wont to wander on occasion. Going back to your question, I'm afraid no Lilith has come by here. A friend of yours suffers from an affliction similar to Sir Regilice, and it be your wish to see him healed. Back in the day, a simple brew to relieve the pain was all I had to offer, but medicine is a living, ever-evolving science. Mayhap the years have seen the discovery of a cure. I've been told there's a physician in Juneau. A learned young man might be he can assist ye. Gonna be something. The question is, did Lilith hear that and go running off to Juneau? Does she need to actually run if she's non-corporeal? Back to Juneau. Travel to another home point. Juneau, Upper Juneau. Go to the entrance. The Monkhouse one's probably just a wee bit closer. I'm not 100% sure. Now that I think about it, it's probably a lot closer. I have this nasty habit of getting turned around and running into the Monkhouse. I got a minute. The cathedral that no one goes to. Hey, remember me? Greetings, good madam. What ails you this day? Madam. A spirited lass of human elven heritage, crowned with fiery red hair. I fear I've not had the pleasure of her acquaintance. I assure you, I'd not soon forget a meeting with such an intriguing lady. Get it right in front of you, dude. The Regilice. Ah, yes. Great a knight as ever there was. As there ever was. It was not long after the war that he came to Juneau seeking treatment. Alas, the duchy had been reduced to a ruin and wanted for facilities. I was but a child back then, intended interned to this infirmary, but it pained me still that naught could be done to save Sir Regilis. What? You wish to cure a friend of the same affliction as ailed Sir Regilis? Time has passed since the war's end, 'tis true, yet modern medicine is no closer to finding a cure for that malady. No other cases were known to exist, you see, and research on the condition had stalled before it was even began. Thinking. Supposition has, however, crossed my mind a number of times. What if this affliction weren't a simple illness of the flesh at first thought, but something spawned of sorcery, a curse, as it were? Go talk to Shantoto. Should any knowledge exist pertaining to it, I would stake that it can be found at the Opistuary in Windurst. Countless tombs, veritable gold mines of knowledge, are said to have survived the fires of war. I'd love not more than to pour through them with mine own eyes, but for my responsibilities which keep me here in the duchy. The Opistuary. I think. Again, I'm going blind on this one. It's kind of a... Wow! There's a home point right here. I should have known that. Alright, the Opistuary is right here. We'll talk to the dude in charge first. Although once we mention the word curse, he's going to be all like, no, 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 no. You need to go talk to Shantoto. She knows all about curses. But maybe he'll talk to us. Hey you! What are you doing there? You look like an adventurer, or some other riffraff. It doesn't seem like you'd have any business with our distinguished library of magic. Really? What are you gonna say? Alright. Then we'll try the gal behind the counter. Huh? Say what? This is library of magic. If you make too much noise, we'll kick you out. So look around quietly. Oh, and be warned. If the lay folks such as you go around opening books at random, find yourself in more trouble than you bargained for. Wah! Oh. Okay. But wasn't those one of these? To look up what to do. This is another quest, I think. That was a quest to get the map for the inner or outer or two ruins. I didn't think talking to the kids would help. That was mean. The last book? Or is this another quest? Title reads The Complete Compendium of Curses. The page corner has been folded over. Curses, and the defense and treatment thereof. Take ye a philosopher's stone unto a spring favored by pixie kind. Immerse it of a night in the pure cleansing waters. Thus doth the philosopher's stone assume counter-curse properties. Ground the resultant ingredient into a fine powder from which an infusion can be prepared for the afflicted. Okay. The instructions continue. Be ye fairly warned, curses are manifold and complex in nature. Ergo, this remedy may prove fruitless against certain strains of the affliction. Alright. So we need to take the Philosopher's Stone that we bought for 10k and head to a pond blessed by Pixie Kind. I think there it is. Their home point. I'm gonna cheat and double check to make sure we're not running in the wrong direction since kind of right. That. Pretty sure we're going to Jugner though. Oh, this is what I'm glad I checked. Head to Grauberg S and trade a Philosopher's Stone to the Fey Blossoms at F5. The next Vanadil Day. Travel to another home point. Next page. Mountain Far Front. Southern Sandoria. Point number 1. Yes. I'm glad I checked. Although I seriously doubt we're going to be able to get it traded before the day changes. It'd be nice if we get there right before midnight, but... Grauberg, under the stock control. Need F5. Yeah, we do. Alright, there's the 5. F5 is going to be up there, so run forward, make a left. Actual jig. Alright, just make it. I mean, if not, then we'll go do something else. Come back here tomorrow, because it'll take more than a day. Well, I'm glad I'm on Thief. They were off. Of course it did. Big field here. I don't know Grauberg as well as I should, but I think I've spent more time. They're in a Abizia? Grauberg, I think. I think there is. These guys are usually true sight. Not that I think we'll have any trouble taking them on. Never know. Yeah, I think all we have to do is simply trade Philosopher's Stone. And what we're trying to do is create a cure for Saradalis. Certainly change a few things. Decent time. I wonder if you can go fishing in this pond. Alright. Almost at F5. Hey, Blossoms. You immerse a Philosopher's Stone in the spring. Go back tomorrow. So what do we do for the 3 in-game hours we got left? I'm going to kill that elemental, that's for sure. We're going to do it without mages. Watch it disappear as we approach. Got blink up. And we're going to check that cornflux. I don't know if you have to click them to unlock them in the future, or if there's something else going on with them. Haven't done any of that. Ooh. Mustard. So bad. Mysterious column of floating stones rotates hypnotically before you. See if you can fish. I wouldn't think you'd be able to fish here. You fished up a mob. I wonder what that would be like. Must be something ugly. Hey, you have a bad feeling about this one. Let that go. Don't want to break my rod. Got time. Could kill the pixies too for experience, but I don't know, something sparkling out. Catch anything. That's sparkling. Got 2. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Simply move along. I wonder... probably not, because the stream is flowing north. I would wonder if this would feed into the river that we see in North Gustaberg, but I don't think so. It's probably this down here is what I'm thinking of. Mouse. Well, I don't want to fight the pixies. You never know when you might need one. Okay, I want to put some more up. White scan. Another arrow elemental. Behind you, though. Something called Callisto. After we take out that arrow elemental, we'll look up a Callisto. If we're still wanting for time. More than flash. And a provoke. Interrupt that tornado. Well, I suppose that's one way of interrupting it. Yay, more wind clusters. Alright. One up here called Callisto. Greetings, fair traveler. My sisters and I have a proposal for thee. Prithee, lend us thine ear. I shall offer my aid. Truly, thou wouldst take up this task? We shall be forever in thy debt. First, we ask thee to entrust unto us the weapon thou wouldst have us enchant. Our sworn enemies are a prowl throughout these lands. Thou needest slay but one, it matters not which. The more formidable the foe thou dost conquer, the more potent the enchantment we shall be able to weave for thee. My sisters stand vigilant in our enemies' demise. Speak thou unto them, and they shall lead thee to thy quarry. Should thy mission succeed, the newly enscrolled weapon shall be returned to thee therewith. Shouldst thou particular enchantment be not to thy liking, thou mayest decline the item. Vanquish a different foe, and my sisters shall offer thee another enchantment that may perchance better meet thy needs. But be forewarned, mundane metals are soon strained by the arcane forces of our fey spellcraft. Thou should not seek more than 5 enchantments, lest thy prized possession be lost forever. Furthermore, we shall not be able to return to thee thy item if thou should rescind the agreement ere achieving thy aim. Once the preparations for the enscrollment have been made, the process is sadly irreversible. I shall offer my aid. Augmentable weapons, enemy intelligence. Okay, it's just repeating. Hey, look at that. It's a new day. Pick up the Fey Blossoms. Philosopher's Stone is immersed in the spring. Do we have to zone? Might have to zone. The next Vanadil day, and after zoning, examine the Fey Blossoms again to receive the key item Fey Stone. Well, now it tells me. Okay. Back. I think I've got a warp scroll in here. Hey, remember that zone I just came from? Could you send me back? He's back up. He is back up. Notice I didn't hit a sneak and invis this time. Probably gonna be one of those things that the stuff that aggroes me would see me even if I didn't have sneak and invis up. And watch me run through a bunch of fleas. That would suck. Wheelhouse, log sack. There it is, instant. Taking you for a rainy day. Soldiers. Alright, since we're doing this the hard way, why we're doing this the hard way. A little bit easier. Rawberg, Hippogriff. Incredibly easy prey. Maybe it won't attack. I wonder if the hippogriffs count as beasts or birds. Sure they don't count as both. Probably birds. Unless I got feathers. Minutes and 30 seconds till the next flea. If I had simply read ahead, it would have worked out already. I mean, after trading it versus wandering about aimlessly. Hey, we got some wind clusters though. Alright, this ought to work. Be a cutscene. Didn't just pick up whatever it was. An object beneath the surface gives off a faint, shimmering light. It's certainly daytime. It's not creepy or anything. Question is, did she do the same thing? Hey, we got the face down. And we got 5 minutes. Okay, so we got an instant warp scroll that we've been holding on to for probably over a year. It's been a while. Definitely get around to making a warp cudgel. Alright, if I remember correctly, we just have to run up and talk to Rustigny. I think that'll continue the mission. Or quest. This isn't technically a mission yet. Access beyond the Victory Gate is not permitted at this time. Yeah, I got this. What have we here? Like a dissolved Philosopher's Stone. Cult. Beyond here lies northern Sandorian Chateau d'Organol, the residence of His Majesty King Destin. Only authorized personnel may enter. If you haven't business here, be gone. Brought medicine to give to Sir Regilis. Regilis is in the midst of convalescence. I have strict orders to allow none to disturb his rest. But this medicine might well cure him of his illness. I beg of you, sir, please allow me to pass. Orders are orders. I must ask you to What is to be the source of this commotion? For a moment I thought the pigmen had yet again breached our walls. Apologies, Sir Vestile. Alas, here demands to see Sir Regilis, and is being most stubborn about it. Well, well. If it isn't young Lillicet, who so staunchly fought beside us at Laval. I had not imagined to have pleasure again so soon. Pleasure's all mine, sir. This young lady happens to be a most dear friend of Sir Regilis. He would be all the better for her visit, I promise you. Allow her to pass, I say. As you will, sir. I've been told that Portia, too, has recently arrived to give comfort to our recouping friend. It is times like this I wish it were I that took the battle wound. Now, off you go then. Would not do to make the poor man wait. You have my gratitude, sir. Watch the entire cutscene again, don't we? Regilis. Lillicet. Why, you're all flushed. Upon what storm did you ride to come here? Regilis, please drink this. And what might this be, pray? An infusion, one that might heal your affliction. Please, sir, you must try it. If it pleases my lady, then I am powerless to do elsewise. How do you feel? Does the pain ail you still? Regilis. I shall be fine. Thanks, Lillicet. The knowledge alone that your thoughts are with me lends me strength. Rest assured, a little scratch such as this shall not bedevil me long. Be not discouraged now. Together, we'll surely get through this trying time. Portia! Must be weird seeing your parents so much younger. What in the... As I was saying, only those with pertinent documentation may pass. That medicine. Mayhap I can keep it in your stead. The Regilis, I fear, will be absent from the chateau for a time. On his return, however, I shall see that it is delivered to his hands. Sparkles mean success. Rice vinegar, holy basil, ground wasabi. Alright, so we better go to Pandoria. Oh, not yeah. Windurst. Pick up the food. Pretty sure I don't have it. I know. Rice vinegar, no, for sure. Holy. Rice vinegar, I'm not 100% sure they have in Windurst. Might have to go to Juno for that one. Holly basil, ground wasabi. Go to another home point. Windurst. Windurst waters. And fetch quest. knocked it over, but I didn't. Good news is the cooking guild usually opens up at 5 o'clock, so they open up just as the time we get there. Unless it's their day off. Very well be. Alright, hasn't opened yet, so we'll talk to this one. There's a ground wasabi. So you just fucking kids. Alright, now it's 5. Oh, taro rice. Apple vinegar? No, it was rice vinegar. Holy basil. Alright. Sorry about that. Ah! Holy basil. I didn't overlook it. Nope. Alright, so rice vinegar, I think you have to go to Juno for. Find out. Juno. Roll down. And Shoto merchant. But we'll just go to where you know it'll be. You know. Believe, and it's been a while since I've done any sushi cooking, like years since I've done any sushi cooking, but I believe the rice vinegar is used in making sushi. That's the only reason why I know go to the Tenshoto to get it. Travel to another home point. Juno. Lower Juno. This time we'll go by the Mog House. It's like right around the corner. And I don't believe the lady at the front desk sells it. I think you have to actually go into Tenshoto proper. Eek. Wrong way. Almost zoned. We're running a little low on time. I'm gonna try and get the 4th fragment done before we call it quits for the night. Maybe you. Black pepper here. It's always good to know. Nice vinegar. Need one. Okay. So let's see. We need to go to Governor Forest S, begin the quest, and then zone into Battaglia Down. I think what would be the fastest way to do it. Warp ring is ready. Yeah. We'll just run to Governor S, or warp to Governor S, and then just run across the zone. I think that might be the fastest way. I mean, if I was on White Mage and I had the teleport scrolls, that might be faster, because then you could get a chocobo. But do have White Mage, but I don't have these teleport scrolls. Something I need to work on. Isn't it? Ignar Forest. Yes. I'm gonna pull out the summons just on the off chance that you run into a notorious monster and beat up the full kill. Whoops. Miss key. Have a lot of folks guarding the tower today. Just means the orcs won't be showing up for a while. Don't aggro the kitties. I think attack wore off. They wore off. Takes it to Spore Hollow. There's always an interesting little place. Big giant mushroom houses. I always figured there was more to it than what I've been presented, and there probably is. Pix. Bugs, walker traps, birds, bugs. There's a walking tree. Oh, I made a friend. I gotta walk right into him. A walking tree in this general direction. There it is. Dry every day. Hoping for more, but take what we can get. So many logging points, so little time. I mean, I could throw away the hatchets and be done with it, but I made the mistake of loaning out my, I don't know what you call it, trader's gear, craftsman's gear, stuff that gives you the bonuses to logging and mining, harvesting. Gave it to a friend. Well, gave it to a alt on another account, and forgot to switch it back over before I disconnected service for that account. Getting the reconnect service, I really want. It's going to cost. That particular account will cost $25. Just a month. Not that I checked the auction house to see if you can get replacement gear. The body piece I know for sure, the level 67 cloth crafting sense, so it's not something you can just do while you're leveling up a craft or anything. This should be a cutscene. Hurry, Portia. This way. Lisette, it's bad enough that we skip lessons, but to come all the way to Juneau without Mr. Mayakov's leave. Sheesh. Still going on about that. Doesn't it bother you that something unsavory might be developing between those two? Well, Of course it bothers you. And that's why we're doing this. Come on, we're almost there. Ah, Lisette, wait! That's all I know. Not a campaign battle. Operation Cupid. Portia and Lisette have skipped dance lessons and appear to be bound for Juneau. But for what purpose? I have the survival guide. Common sense dictates that you should now be able to teleport here from similar tombs throughout the world. I really should have Spectre Jago. I think we can dodge most things. Hopefully wears off. Like it just did. Bard might be another job that's decent to do this on. You have a sped up walking spell. Dancer's another one. But I think Chocobo Berserker's Bard. I don't remember what jig that Dancer has. Given both those jobs are least likely to solo anything quickly. Dancer, be okay. Bard, a hard time soloing on Bard. Closer. Close enough. That. Mandy. Look at this one. I have no idea what this guy drops. Probably don't drop anything. One more. Surprisingly, he hit me. Everyone's TP to 0. 45 limit points and nothing. It was worth a shot, right? We do need to get a treasure hunter improved on. +1 there, +3 there, so total +4. I'm not sure if equipping the Thief's Knife and the Offhand will increase it by another. I don't think so, but I've never been able to find anything online that says one way or the other. I think it's something really nice. I have heard people talking about having Treasure Hunter +7. Yeah, that's something to aim for. isn't it not like the door? Makes no sense. Okay, so maybe we just have to go to the Champagne. Check the rampart door there. That might be the only door that we know of. We're running in that general direction. And we have to make it whenever ground zone into Battaglia down to Logan Forest for a cutscene. Head to the Boulder Gate in Solomon Champagne. There we go. Click it for a cutscene. Then we get to go to Vonkel Inlet. Go to the Saudi Holy Base and Rice Vinegar to the Lita Box, J6. Get a key item. But real relish. All 3 items can be purchased from Chada and Tenchodo Dora. Often for cheaper than the auction house. We're going to return to the Bulwark Gate. Got St. Ben's Zone and Battaglia Downs S from Oldenburg Builds us to receive. So Vonkel Inlet. I kind of know where that guy is. So many Mendes. One's following me. Who's following me? 3. I hate to kill him. I really do. Just on the off shot. Okay, I was a little slow. Oh. Following me? They won't follow you forever, unfortunately. Yeah, so they'll go away now. 2, 3. Of course, if you ever do that on Summoner and you have one of your pets out, they will attack the Manties. They don't like any type of aggressive behavior whatsoever. Open. Thank you. Oh, it's you. I see you're without your companion today. No, wait. As I recall, you always traveled alone. Never mind that. The Allied forces continues its desperate struggle in the Northlands. Only the Knights of the Red Rose remain garrisoned here. You are free to proceed, should you have business with them. You partook in Operation Snowstorm, did you not? That such a promising strategy should fail so spectacularly was a grave disappointment to us all. And to none more so than Sir Nolori. Though she'll not admit it, to Sir Regilisa's dismissal came as a personal blow. Yet the war rages on, concerning itself not with matters of the heart. It is all we can do to stay focused on our objectives. Mrs. Shimeen, over? It is I, Nolori. I require that a batch of material rice balls be brought to Batalha Downs post-haste. They shall be delivered at once, sir. It is highly uncharacteristic of the captain not to strike out amply supplied. Truly, the matter of Sir Regilise must weigh heavily upon her mind. We, the Knights of the Red Rose, never leave without the rice balls, you see. It would be no exaggeration to call them the beating heart of our rations. The key ingredient, a specially prepared hot relish, puts a raging fire in one's belly, granting the resilience of 1,000 thorned roses. This recalls to my mind the time Captain Nolori first sent for additional rice balls, earlier in the war. On my arrival at the encampment, however, she vehemently insisted she had made no such request. She sent me back to Baste, but not before reprimanding me for my indiscretion, with enough choice words to gag a gabu. There will not be a repeat of that episode, surely. And you instead. Now then, where did I put the relish? Curses. All the time to be exhausted of our supply. Loath as I am to ask this of you, we urgently require a pot of material relish. In Devonquil Inlet there resides a goblin named Leadabox. Bring her a bottle of rice vinegar, a jar of ground wasabi, and a sprig of holy basil, and she will concoct the relish for you. Do make all haste. I'll return here to prepare the rice balls in the meantime. Yay, warp rings up. So, Leadabox is going to be at J6. I gotta trade the stuff to her. And then it's back to the Sorghum Champagne. J6, eh? I'll say this. We're getting to know the zones quite a bit better. Inlet. Yes. I want to say I stumbled across her one time when I was running from the first time with Sandoria without a map. Okay, 6 is going to be up here. 3 is going to be more to the right, so very little changes. Okay. Nowhere to go. We'll pull the trusted PCs out. Once we've been finding notorious monsters. Jig. H10. But we don't have to go too far to the east, but we do have a considerable distance to cover north. I believe this was the encampment that we found in the Notorious Monster last time. He dropped the Gnome Strongbox. I found out you use that to raid. Alright, reading names here just to be sure that missed somebody. It increases the knight's morale for Sandoria. There's like 7 such items that you have to collect. You collect all 7, gives you enough key items that you use to trade in to do a special battle. Be seeing it now. Probably do without a Justin. This is I-7, A6, probably up here. Not what we were looking for. You're gonna have to drop viz to open this. There he is. Talk to you first, or just straight to his stuff? The Gigas worship their champions. Nemus is one of the strongest Gigas. You make him mad, he'll twist your head clean off. One ground wasabi, 1 holy basil, 1 rice banner, 1 cutscene. What's that? You want Lidra here to fix you up a pot of martial relish? Alrighty then. You wait here like a good little girl. He'll be ready in a jiffy. The item I requested. Is it ready? The voice later, you mean? But of course, Lidra never misses a deadline, you know? This little gizmo in hand. Did I make a voice later, you ask? For a red-headed lass who answers to the name Lillicet? Maybe I did? Maybe I didn't. Lidra's a goblin in high demand, you know? I got so many customers. It's hard to remember them all. Add a pinch of this if you're having a good time, and a dash of that if you know that you feel fine. Gobbies to the front, and simmer down. I'm ready, and worth the wait, no doubt. Take it, and clear some space for my other customers. I don't think there's anything here. I'm just glance around. Looks like there's a cave. Definitely off the map now. I'm just exploring. There's no reason to be. Alright, well we kill this thing. Take a look at the wide scan. Carrion Marable. That's our other deckhand, Gigas Tiger. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else left to kill over here. Well, opening that gate. 54 seconds. Person. Over here. We made a friend. All nothing. I'm like, what the hell? We gotta get us home. It'd be cooler if you could wear it. Got another Gigas home. And Gigas gauntlets. Wow. Got a full set of Gigas armor. Spectral jig. Beastmen, they carry quite a bit of gil on them. I wonder why that is. I'm not complaining. Never have. Well, I suppose you could have too much. I find stuff to spend it on. "32 seconds. Well, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could run back to the campaign arbiter and get a teleport that way. That's going to take more than 30 seconds, so we're just going to instead wait the remaining 10 seconds here, warp back to Sandy in the past, or during the Shadow Rain era, then use the campaign arbiter there, go to Sargon Champagne, and it's going to be back up to Talia Downs. And it's after midnight now, so we're going to have to call it quits after that. Really wanting to get the 4th fragment done. Ah, hell. How much longer could it take? Let's get this one done first. Teleport. Yes. Campaign's under Beastman control. I guess that. I bet Flea's not back up yet. I'm not too worried about this section. I don't think the mobs ever get high enough level to be concerned. I don't know if they ever explained it, but they have no arcana prompt along this stuff. They don't have it during the pass. In fact, I don't think I've seen it any of the spots where you're supposed to normally see it. Are they hiding because of the war? It's unlike Square Enix to do anything without a reason. Pretty anal about that. Another campaign battle. not looking up at her, but I'm just looking up at the clouds. Okay, after that. Oh, it's you. Ah, I see you procured requested potted material martial relish. You may proceed. I wonder if you can smell it on you. I got your wasabi. Potted martial relish. You have my gratitude. A goodly batch of rice balls stands ready to soak up the fiery goodness of the relish. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Testing, testing. Do you read? Ooh. Sir Nolari. How might I serve you? I require a batch of martial rice balls to be brought to Battaglia Downs without delay. They shall be delivered at once, sir. Just as I planned. Wonder what she did that for. What? Was a girl named Lilith you claim, who requested the rice balls the first time? Now that you mention it, the captain's voice did strike me as odd that day. Though such a thing isn't altogether unusual when communicating via link pearl, to be sure. Though this so-called Lilith, however, I have no knowledge. I would know more of this prankster, but I must needs attend my captain. By your leave. So now we just simply get back up to Battaglia Downs. Kitty's hungry. Oh, my dear. Come on. Couple ways we can do it. Go to run or open it. We'll just run up this. And do it the right way. Be that way. Not time to. It is time to eat. We'll eat soon. We just finish this quest. Hey, it's okay to bite me. Alright, so we should zone into Battaglia Downs. Yes. Should give us our final cutscene and final memory fragment, if we're lucky. Or if we did everything correctly. Grr. Had only our Russians held out, and these foul fiends would not harrow us so. Where is that Shemaine? His long past she arrived with the rice balls. Here's the beastmen have yet to pass through here. Aye, I would concur. The Regiles, pray forgive my forthrightfulness, but the moment seizes me, and I must speak my mind. Oft have I dreamed of the pleasure of your exclusive company. That we're on a peril-fraught mission serves only to stroke the fires of my... Aye, aye. It's a strange coincidence, is it not? That we should find ourselves utterly alone with not a single underlance. Sir Regiles. Sir Nollery. What is the meaning of this I mean, at whose command are you here? I bring the batch of Marshal rice bowls as per your request, sir. For my request, you say? What are our unit's words, pray tell? That would be march not without Marshal rice bowls, sir. You mean to imply, then, that I, of all people, have been remiss in keeping true to our most sacred motto? I would not dream of it, sir. It's just that but moments ago... I was wondering why she would be doing something so pranksty. Lillicet, where have you gone, Lillicet? Portia, is it truly you? The Regiles. But, my lady, why do I find you here? You see, I That was a little sweet. Nollery, I'm brought the Marshal rice bowls as bait, sir. You did request them, I hope. Aye, no mistake about it. I was under the impression, however, that they would have arrived a deal sooner. At once were the words you used, were they not? They were, sir. On account of your tardiness, the Red Roses were left with no recourse but to fight the enemy on empty stomachs. Your peers shan't look kindly upon this. Do not doubt it. Forgive me, sir. Our supply of relish had been exhausted, and spare me your excuses. Be reminded that this isn't the first time you've vexed me in matters pertaining to rice balls. What manner of punishment would be apt to mend you of your chronic untimeliness, I wonder? Punishment? Mercy, Sir Nollery. And we got the large memory crack. No. I mean, I really want to continue and finish off the fourth and final memory fragment, but... But it's time to sign off for the night. I gotta feed the cat, brew medicine, get to bed, because as far as I know, this final one may take over an hour. Hope it doesn't, but it may. So, made a little bit of progress. We got a ring. So tomorrow night between 9 to midnight Central Standard Time we'll continue. There is a possibility we'll be able to finish the missions tomorrow night. So maybe I should do it on the Xbox so I can get the achievement? Maybe? We'll see. We'll probably do it on the Xbox, especially since we're getting close. There we go. There's gonna be some battles to do, of course, or cutscene, that kind of thing. The graphics won't be as nice on the Xbox, but we'll make do. So till then, y'all have a good evening. I'm gonna call it quits here. The cat. And we'll see you next time. Bye. We're off.